the supersonic rise of the Angel Broadcasting Network.
Great. Now you drew another topic. Or say the supersonic rise of the Angel Broadcasting Network, ABN, is worrying. Why are Kweku Oteng the media house no? Womuba be taking care of the media house no. Quite ben first we take care. Yeah, take it up.
It appears our work at disabling the EIB, GN Media, and the ongoing effort to do same with multimedia won't be the end of the struggle. The increasing growth of Kweku Oteng's media brand must be troubling. Gabby and Kandapa have already met Nana on the way forward in stopping the growing dominance of the ABN. The National Security has since dispatched officials to do a thorough forensic audit on all the businesses of Kweku Oteng. In the event no adverse finding is discovered, we shall plant fake versions of these Adonko products on the market.
Hey, Ghana formatting. Now, minima dear Kweku Oteng media minim the political affiliation, so MPP new, so one I don't know. But according to report, Ocean Media Houses are Sir and Crofwell Madrid say umbedi bone etia sa media houses you know. Now hwe kwa umbedi Kweku Oteng so fast one. For me, na eja yem hihia kakra kire say afi Gabby Asarochidako any the National Security Minister ni share president. No ma fa dwene bone e wo papa mu to the extent say Adonko be test no ye no omu betwa fake e de gumegu nedwuma ye gu nedwuma ne kwa ye gu nu kwa for whatever reason I don't know. Yeah, to us way.
We then have to use the same National Security and FDA to arrest his production team in the full glare of the media, like we did to his Angel Natural Capsules, using our boys at FDA, even in opposition. People will stop buying his Adonko products, the major source of his wealth. Professor Adai has also been instructed by Kandapa to liaise with assigned national security operatives to spontaneously lock up almost all the ABM brands in the country. They are to accuse them of under-invoicing and cutting corners in payment of taxes. The broadcast companies would remain locked up for about 3 months. This plan will be enough to completely halt the seeming dominance of ABN.
Iranum, but me share ABN Kweku Oteng. I stand to be corrected though, but it looks as though or tilted towards the NPP. But minima the Kruntia, Gabby Asarochidako Kandapa will liaise up with national security operatives in a spontaneous lockup or ye call loke. Neduma. Now, woman lock here under the pretext of say under invoicing, no me to throw atono so no me gune dwuma ne keke. Boni ben ene Kweku Oteng why MPP mpenimfo we led by President Addo Akufo-Addo and this Achim group. Who be that? Mudi bone, munom bone, mudware bone, ya wo mu bone mu, mote party ni wo bone mu, mu ye wudifo, mu ya enabrabafo, mu ya kohwifo, mu ye workers of iniquities. We are rascals, ragamuffins, crooks, thieves, and armed robbers. Yeah, go on.
Francis Oteng must be axed from Parliament. There is no doubt that one reason that will make our fight against Kweku Oteng is his daughter, who is the MP for Kwabri East.
Mate, Tiaho, Oside, Francisca Oteng must be axed from Parliament. I just say Kuma. Ekuma asked Kweku Oteng banwa owo Parliament wono ojira wan mu ticket so enya MPP for ticket so now report me just say so mo fa kwan bi so no mo ye dem omu de Ekuma no eyi ni free ho we are some papa kan ye yaw ene ye de ube wie 3 no.
Nana nearly made her a deputy minister for youth and sports, largely due to her age and her father's influence, until the BNI report on her got to him. She seems to be pitching camp with Alan and ignorantly playing the Ashanti card.
What? And don't quite a person you girl from Franciscan. Reason why it's appointment na say President Akufo-Addo Edemano no. Say appointment and sanka. Sasen way a open secret. A lot of mu MPP for na munim. Mu ye guase for what? Mu hu basa despicable beings. Once a girl way pause and Nana Kufado or the man no ya mano. Meanwhile, the excuses we be more say under the pretext of some secrets beneath. Meanwhile, all because Irano tilted towards Alan Cash. Most when you go as here. I'm a moya for a woody for and crassy for Monte politics as here and crassy for Namu whom in him Kosro. We are so evil. You don't deserve to handle this country. I say, Muye, the forebearers of our political process. I'm telling you, you don't deserve say Mube really gone away as the forebearers of our political process. Time we are crassy for Monte politics as here. That young lady, Bonebe no the am, Kweku Oteng, ye sikanko MPP adwuma, wanye bia mamo. Wanye bia mamo. So why do you think Kweku Oteng deserve this thankless moment? This thankless moment. Why? Yakoso.
She will work against Dr. Bawumia's bid after Nana. Although she lobbied for a deputy ministerial appointment, Nana only gave her the NYA board membership, just to stop her father from complaining about his token for the 2016 campaign. Samuel Uku, John Bwedu and Chamawuntumi have been tasked to ensure that she is contested and also loses the 2024 parliamentary primary of the party.
Folks, Mate, Edimame Francisca, so Utiya, as someone report today, because we may take care of you, that said 2024 election will be lose. Any part so you say 1 year day, 1 more match you boot for boot and any abobo medina. Intiti haye, yaw,
2024 primaries no one contested.
One ayo. Otito William. Ayo, yaw koswe.
In her stead, the current presiding member of Kwabri is George Opon, soon to be a lawyer, or any other well-known Ekufuado supporter must be assisted to take over the seat by hook or crook. Kwame Sefa-Kine versus Paul Adom Ochre and the future.
Great. Afiyan kosa 2 journalists so. Koso.
It is undeniable fact that the 2 gentlemen have become institutions in their respective rights, especially within the media circles. They are undoubtedly part of the pool of great brands the party shall fall on as we move into the future. While Sefa-Kine appears relaxed and waiting for the right time, Paul seems apprehensive anytime Sefa-Kine is brought into the picture. At the level of presidency, there appears to be a groundswell of support for Kwame over Paul anytime communication issues arise.
Now, send the pay me no. Paul Adom Ochre and a Kwame Sefa-Kine tension abomumu. So Mukoshia party Star Wars and South political elite class way. Akwai ti say obia any ehwe say Kwame Sefa-Kine yema on shim no nya nyoma. Na Paul Adom Ochre so very aggressive. It's aggressive na Paul Adom Ochre why no. Wo musu say no ha adwene and so ni na no yenka hwengum. And so we na titi radio ni TV so omo ye adwuma. Na Kwame Sefa-Kine. I hate to do what sometimes I do. But mama ye kwan to do this against you guys. So Kwame Sefa-Kine betena ni TV and radio wa. Sa kokro ho no a. Mo pese kokro no say kokro I don't even know whichever it is. Na mo pese yet to say. Eno na Ghana phone na entie. You use this program way to shape the minds of Ghanaians. Me say I'll get time for them. You know what? Nama kofa opinion je kumwa betranto. Na nti da Kelvin Taylor to me yamosa. Na me who say Kelvin Taylor did not or do my terms. I'm say ha atija. Yemfa nyamo. Mo betratra ho a. Na mo use our platform no e shape the minds of Ghanaians. As if though they are more Ghanaian ne kwepe pepe. Meanwhile and throw and ada akoshisam and nabraba Kwame Sefa-Kine one of the journalists who has pretended to be that of a journalist fighting for a good cause. Yet he's fighting to maintain the good money that should come to his pocket. We are crooks and we are useless. You are an apologist to the Ghanaian media. What's the American? Kwame Sefa-Kine. We are apologists to the Ghanaian media. The fight to ensure the smooth takeoff of the political transition and to ensure Ghanaians are better off and not for more political aggrandizement. And when we upon Kroma no what Joy FM. No host to Super Morning Show. And today I make say journalists for muye edwuma wi na makoji post no. Minim say that minim bu asene mu kru asesem etie. Na mu de akoji post. Enti ebe den and edwuma na wo ye no. We bisa say where then comes the biases and the unbiases? And then again, where do you question the integrity and the credibility of the job? None of the above. Kwame Sefa kan oteho. And so we MPP ni. And then it doesn't embody biasa, but you will do money clean. But Moody say program now, Moody besi ho anapebiano, Moody shape opinion, Moody shape the mindset of Ghanaians. Meboa crooks. Yeah, kind of.
The kitchen cabinet of Nana feels that while Paul is equally known, he has credibility issues to deal with, especially on the conundrum surrounding his withdrawal from the Ghana Law School. Settling on him for the future could create credibility challenge for a ticket. In the next government, Nana will convince Sefakan to chair the NCA board.
Oh, sir.
We believe that Paul is easily swayed by money. Hence, we cannot trust him for any
Paul is easily what?
Swayed by money. Hence, we cannot trust him for any sensitive position. Gabby has already agreed with Nana to move Paul from the NCA to the NMC, which he would be supported to chair. We believe that Paul, although may not be too excited about this prospect, he would gladly accept it as compensation for the work he has been doing for us, especially on the Metro TV Good Evening Ghana show.
And that hono, afimahu, kwanye faswa Metro TV no, Good Evening Ghana no, adi e shase. Mimi dia mete bibia shase wo behwehwem, unya report bia hute. Me obaha said that mo yesa agenda report bia nu ho me no ye frame yo ene ja ye ne me sinsa nkrata o Kweku media no no me wiem ye maduma clean. Led by why Alhaji said to Agongo, many NDC for interest, Piero Babia, Opa Kosro, Mahama bedroom. Now, MPP need make us say, I am some Mahama Jones, Gunum Tramu, Nima Sana, Pempesa Mebonitin, Mestre Esram Sao, and Coupon Farm upon in Chamo. Now, Yam Brown say hijacking of the GBC, then echoes or Yao.
The Ghana Broadcasting Corporation remains the largest media entity in terms of resources and reach. This means that any regime that captures GBC will control the critical mass, especially in rural communities, where the private media does not find economically viable to invest. Sadly, the GBC has largely tilted towards the NDC. Perhaps the duration of the NDC as the longest ruling party has ensured that majority of GBC workers are anti-MPP. We have planned a three-layer approach to capturing and controlling the state broadcaster for good.
Hey, just a baby, every step,
Firstly, the plan to revoke some of their TV channels will resume in 2021. We have had to backtrack due to the brouhaha surrounding the revocation of their 3 channels. It appears the time an election year was inappropriate. Akroma will execute this with finesse and make the channels available to our party business guys whose list is being compiled. A number of GBC radio stations will be sold since they are not living up to the task. Secondly, in our next government, we have to execute a massive agenda where most senior GBC staff will proceed on leave. Others will also be transferred to some very remote communities where life appears unbearable. The strategy is to get them resigned and their positions to be filled with party loyalists. This way, we will not only have taken over the state broadcaster, but our plans to sell some of their frequencies will be met with a little or no hesitation. Thirdly, the last straw is to continue to ensure that the GBC is inflicted with inadequate budgetary allocations.
Oh.
That was justify the need to sell their frequencies. It will also make their leadership even more loyal, since they will have to continually keep mute to get bits of their budgetary release from the finance ministry.
Chese DBC no mu crash wom. Ye mia wom, no mu ho dere wom, no mu ho yira wom, no mu ho hyehye wom, bi betu to wirem ni ade, no mu timi capture wom. Yaw. Cause
the judiciary and governance in Ghana. Considering the competitive nature of our work as politicians, there is always a need to be a step ahead against our opponents to secure our interests, dominance, and maintain power in 2020 and the next 20 years.
Next 20 years?
Yes, please. Our focus as a party has always been to position our members and sympathizers at strategic positions, both in government and in the judiciary, to cover and protect our interests. This has served us well over the period. All the appointments made to the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, and some of the high courts in Ghana under our government was to promote the MPP agenda and to ensure our country never fails in the hands of the opposition.
Wow. After Ghana for a moment. And many appointments are President Akufo-Addo. They call failure, both Supreme and High Court, Appeals Court. Muhu said it was a calculated agenda and no more than a Ghanaians.
Citizens may exercise popular participation in the administration of justice through the institution of public and customary tribunals and the jury and then assessor systems. The judiciary power of Ghana shall be vested in the judiciary. Accordingly, neither the President nor Parliament nor any organ or agency of the President or Parliament shall have or be given final judicial power. The recent decision to exclude the use of birth certificate to prove one's citizenship during the 2020 voter registration exercise is a clear example of the agenda to prevent so many people from registering for this year's election, especially in our opponent's stronghold. We had statistics to suggest the negative impact it would have had for us had we allowed it. All this was done to pave way for a resounding victory for the MPP and Nana in 2020 elections. It is important that we maintain the security we enjoy currently under the judicial system. It is imperative to observe that in recent times, most elections in Africa have been fraught with post-election legal challenges. Kenya, Ivory Coast, and Zimbabwe are few of these cases. As this becomes a norm, our experience of 2013 should never happen again. We should never be in this situation, and the lesson should teach us a lot. Occasionally, it can be discovered that the courts have been instrumental in shaping the democracy in Ghana, and the stakeholders are devotedly operating within the legal framework governing elections, despite logistical, law enforcement, and justice delivery challenges. We should, as lineage, be the winner in this. We have to make sure that even in the unlikely event that the NDC win the 2020 elections, that they do not get the chance to appoint more judges to the Supreme Court. Our control over the judiciary is important for our protection, even if we were to lose election. To prevent such unfortunate situation from occurring, we need to explore all legal avenues to protect our appointees within the judiciary system and find out ways to prevent any new government from making further appointment within the next 10 years at least. We must also re-strategize our campaign. We need to find ways to get majority of Ghanaians to be on our side. The Ejapa deal may initially create problems for us, but we would need good communicators, people with the legal brains to explain the issues to the general population, that the deal is in the national interest. While only the judiciary can exercise the judicial function, It is slow to resolve disputes